Hello, my name is Dan Roshan. I'm the lead agent with the Greetings Virginia Sales Network with eXp Realty. My team and I, we serve the entire DMV area, so that's the area of Maryland, Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C., and the metropolitan D.C. area. And I want to talk to you today about what's going on in the marketplace here in the DMV, specifically going into the third quarter 2022. Before I dive deeply into what's going on in the marketplace, I want to talk in general. If you live in this area, you already know that there's a big difference between Gaithersburg, Maryland, and Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Reston, Virginia, and Arlington, Virginia, or Bowie, Maryland, whatever the case may be. That there's a big difference in the local economies, and so what you should be aware of is that the general information that I'm giving to you today is about the broader area, and depending on where you live, it's going to be more micro of the data. So if you want to talk about that, feel free to hit me up and I'm happy to talk. But in general, last 2.5 years, since the beginning of the pandemic, prices have freaking soared more than 20%, 25% in some areas. And so as a result of that, what's happened is that we've seen over the last 6 months to 18 months, we've seen bidding wars on properties. We've seen buyers writing offers that had no contingencies. I've seen offers $100,000 above the list price, no contingencies, guaranteed sales, go to closing, and that's just been probably not healthy for the market. But hey, if you're a seller, that's a good thing. Now, that's what's happened in the past. So where are we today and where will we be going? So to understand where we're probably going to be going, we should really take a look at where we are today. What's happening is the inventory today, in general, has plateaued. So we're not seeing more houses on the market. We're not seeing less houses on the market. But what we are seeing is we're seeing less buyers in the marketplace. In fact, as of today, the first day of the third quarter, I looked online and I researched and I found out that there's 16% less activity of people putting in their applications for loans than 1 year ago today. So we're already seeing the buyers taper off while the inventory remains the same. What does that mean for the future? It means that we're probably plateauing right about now for prices and maybe even cresting, depending on your area, moving downward. Interest rates will continue to rise. The Fed's already said that, so you have got to prepare for that. So if you're considering to sell, right now we should be talking. If you're considering to buy, well, interest rates are only going to raise. So you really have got to sit there and say, is now the time to buy? What I can say is I don't think that you're going to see prices dramatically go down. I think you're going to see them plateau, maybe a little bit of a dip. But even if they dip a little bit, what we know is the interest rates are going to continue to rise. January 2021, 18 months ago, depending on when you're watching this, maybe more than 18 months ago, the interest rates were at an average 2.62% for a 30-year mortgage. Today, it's more than 5.5%, and we believe by the end of 2022, it's going to be in the 6 to 6.5 range. Now, that's still a good, historically, that's still a great interest rate. Like, don't get me wrong, that is still a phenomenal interest rate, yet it's not 2.5. So, everybody's situation is different. Your situation is unique depending on if you're buying and depending on if you're selling, and if you're selling or buying, depending on the location. So if you're interested, I'd be pleased to be able to chat with you. And there's not a nook or cranny that I don't know. I've been selling real estate here locally since 2007. And I'd be pleased to be able to discuss your options and help you have a more clear view about what's going on in the marketplace specific to you.